Son, I think it's time you learn about Bitcoin.
From Shitcoiner to Bitcoiner, how getting burned built the ultimate Bitcoin accumulation engine. Listen, I'm going to tell you a story that most people in this space are too embarrassed to share. It's the story of how my business partner and I thought we were smarter than Bitcoin and how getting our asses kicked repeatedly by the crypto casino ultimately led us to create what may be the most powerful Bitcoin accumulation system ever designed for ordinary people. We were classic shitcoiners. We had this arrogant belief that there had to be a better way, a faster way, a smarter way than just buying and holding Bitcoin. Sound familiar? We chased yield. We chased arbitrage. We chased every shiny object that promised to outperform the hardest money ever created. First, it was iPrime capital, sounded sophisticated, looked professional, promised massive returns. Rug pull. Then NovaTech, sleek marketing, compelling pitch deck, charismatic founders. Rug pull. Yeah, Hyperverse got us also, and then C.O.P.T.S, and man, this time we were sure we'd found the real deal. Another rug pull. Then Afriq Arbitrage System, because hey, maybe geographic arbitrage was the secret sauce we've been missing. You guessed it, rug pull. But we were persistent in our stupidity. We said, fine, we'll build our own arbitrage system. We'll be the house, not the sucker. So we spent months building our own Arbitrage Trading Signals Bot. We were convinced we cracked the code. We'd identified price discrepancies across exchanges, and we were going to sell access for others to profit from market inefficiencies. And you know what? It actually worked. For a little while, we could arbitrage a few $100s here and there. But here's the savage truth nobody tells you. Most tokens that show price variances don't have enough order book depth to effectively get in and out of the trade in a predictable manner. So we couldn't scale. And if you can't scale it, you can't build wealth with it. You're basically playing in the kiddie pool while telling yourself you're swimming in the ocean. Then came the final straw, the moment that changed everything. Centralized exchanges simultaneously delisted hundreds of tokens overnight. 95% of our arbitrage opportunities basically vanished. Our sophisticated algorithm became worthless. We sat there staring at screens showing 0 viable trades, and it hit us like a freight train. We had been trying to outsmart the only asset in this entire sector that actually matters. We had been running away from the very thing that could give us everything we were desperately seeking elsewhere. That was our come to Bitcoin moment. That was when we went from shitcoiners to unapologetic Bitcoiners. That was the exact moment Bitcoinarian was conceived. But here's what makes our story different from just another tale of crypto humility. We didn't just lick our wounds and walk away. We channeled every painful lesson, every financial loss, every moment of embarrassment into building something revolutionary. We realized that our biggest mistake wasn't losing money on scams. It was not understanding that Bitcoin itself was the opportunity we'd been chasing everywhere else. We'd been looking for 100x gains in garbage tokens when the greatest wealth accumulation opportunity in human history was staring us in the face. So we built this with one obsessive focus, creating the most efficient Bitcoin accumulation system possible for ordinary people living on the financial margins, people who can't afford to lose money on speculation, people who need results, not promises, people who deserve access to Bitcoin's wealth-building potential without the casino bullshit. Every feature of Bitcoinarian was intentionally designed based on our painful education in what doesn't work. Lightning Network payments only, because we learned that anything involving other cryptocurrencies eventually becomes worthless. Educational framework first. Because we learned that understanding Bitcoin's properties is more valuable than any trading strategy, anchored on self-custody, external wallets for the members, because we painfully learned the literal definition of not your keys, not your coins. Community-driven growth, because we learned that sustainable wealth comes from network effects, not market manipulation. Most importantly, we built Bitcoinarian to offer something we never found in all our failed ventures: genuine upside with minimal downside. For the Bitcoin equivalent of $1 per day, members gain access to Bitcoin education, Lightning Network tools, and an instant commission structure that could literally change their financial trajectory forever. Now let me be clear. We're not promising 100x returns in 30 days. We're not claiming to have secret algorithms. We're offering something much more powerful: a systematic way to accumulate the hardest money ever created while building a community of people committed to Bitcoin sovereignty. Our 5-phase scaling structure is designed so that when we hit 21,000 members to honor Bitcoin's 21 million coin limit, every single membership payment will allocate 80% through our 5-level commission distribution system that is so powerful, we call it the most prolific Bitcoin accumulation engine in the history of humanity. That's not marketing hype. That's mathematical certainty built into our payment management coding running on the Lightning Network. Every member can accumulate Bitcoin through education and community building, while positioning themselves for exponential rewards not only as the community grows, but as Bitcoin continues its inevitable quest to be a global reserve currency. This is our redemption arc, and it can be yours too. Every person who's been burned by crypto scams, every person who's felt stupid for chasing yield instead of accumulating Bitcoin, every person who's wondered if they missed the boat on Bitcoin, this is your moment. We took our pain and built your solution. We absorbed the losses so you don't have to. We learned the hard way that Bitcoin is not just the best cryptocurrency. It's the only cryptocurrency that matters. It's the only one that can be sound money for every current and future person on Earth. Bitcoinarian exists because we're determined to give people a viable option other than suffering through the shitcoining phase we endured. We've created the bridge from financial confusion to Bitcoin clarity, from speculation to accumulation, from hoping for wealth to being able to systematically build it. The fire that burned us forged a tool that can liberate you. Join us in rising from the ashes of crypto speculation to achieve true freedom through Bitcoin sovereignty. Because the greatest revenge against the scammers who took our money isn't getting it back. It's helping millions and perhaps billions of people avoid their traps while building generational wealth through Bitcoin. Your financial redemption starts with a single decision. Stop chasing everything else and start accumulating the only money that can't be debased, can't be confiscated, and can't be rug pulled. Welcome to Bitcoinarian. Welcome to your Bitcoin sovereignty journey. Welcome to the only accumulation system you'll ever need. I'm Savage, and I wish that in all you're getting, you get knowledge and some Bitcoin.
Start with one person.
Share with 3 friends. Watch it multiply.
The Bitcoinarian way.